about it.
I mean, the half of his face looks like the underside of my shoe.
Whoa.
Alright, will the prosecution and the defense please meet in my chambers, please?
Kind of sad that there's no second row.
Chief. The judge.
We got the plaintiff, we got the defendant. Alright. Can everybody make sure they're on push to talk for this one, please? Does everybody know how to turn on push to talk? It's in your voice chat settings.
Okay.
Are you yelling over there?
I'd like to dedicate the next one to my mother.
Yeah, perform something for him. Keep him busy.
A horse works into a bar. Barman says, "Why the long face?" Hey.
It should be your in
What do
muscle.
you call a gorilla with bananas in its ears? Anything. It can't.
Hold the M button down.
Huh?
Just
You
eat
steady eating
you
something over there.
Just eat your chips and.
That's what I'm doing.
Every time.
Is it not working?
Bad.
Did you bring enough for the whole class?
No
Go
food in
away.
the courtroom, please.
I'm
Are they?
sorry.
Seems like they're yelling.
What kind of chips you got?
They're just regular
Regular
salsa.
salsa.
Yeah,
What did she say?
bag of Doritos?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Okay, you gotta push in.
yeah.
Not anymore.
I was talking with all the buttons like, is it this one?
No, it's
I keep hearing other people though.
yeah. You're good.
Yeah,
We're all
too close. Alright.
Negative.
I need you guys to send me the evidence. Any exhibits you want to bring to the
All the
court.
evidence that my lawyer
Why is that
requested was never
laptop sitting
given.
like that?
Yeah, because there was no case with
Who's
the
on this
incident
side?
for
Defense
her.
Prosecution. They got their laptop sitting funky. Oh, damn.
has the evidence been sent?
There was
Yes.
no evidence requested for her. Like there's
That's what I mean.
reports on
It's not
her
that
incident.
I don't smell
Okay.
that bad.
It's happened to you?
Yes.
I beg to
Give me a
differ.
background of what happened to you in your words.
Yeah, so I was
I
doing
said
my driving class
what I
with Keith
said.
Johnson,
Yeah, that was a big
and
policy.
he received a call about a
Yeah.
I believe one of his officers
You
was
best if you need
being
a
held
mask, let me know.
hostage, and he had myself drive him to the scene of the crime. And when I sat and waited, and I didn't know what was going on. So when I went up there to
Twice
see
if you need a mask.
what I was waiting for, because my time means something to me too. I run a business. I own Popeyes. When I got there, there was like they kept telling me get back in the car or
Do
whatever.
you need help sitting?
So when I refused to get back the car because
I
I was
know, I
asking
said
the
it.
other officer what was going on. He put me in handcuffs in the back of his car. So while I'm sitting in the back of his car, they're firing shots and throwing smoke bombs and all types of stuff was going on. And when I begged Officer
Okay, so
Wallace
what you
to
do
let me
is
out
you type
because I
in
couldn't run from the
That man
gunfire.
laughs like he was
slash
clowning.
And I just feel like my
Shut
life
the
was
fuck
endangered.
up.
And then after
space
that, I took a
sit
loss on my
chair.
business because I was afraid to come outside
Sit
Looks like
chair
you
is
drive
gonna
the
be
jail
and
lead.
go anywhere.
Okay. And what's the amount you're suing for?
No. Slash E
100,000 for the loss of my business and
space
emotional distress.
sit chair.
$100,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. You're my Discord kitten.
Yeah.
Are we not supposed to?
I mean, the walls are kind of peak thin.
Are you not supposed to shout?
Yeah, they kind of loud, ain't they?
I can't hardly focus on my
Yeah.
talking.
There's a lot of shit.
I mean, I can't be talking, so.
Everybody in the court goes to whisper until court is in session.
Where are you going?
Oh my god. Anyway, sorry about that. Just so I got it correct here, written down. It's $100,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sounds good. And will we having any other trials tonight, Chief?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe we have one more civil case and regarding Buck 30 suing LSPD, and then we have a criminal case regarding Fox Dodd and
Let's bang
his.
out Sabby's first.
Okay.
Because I know she got to work tonight later at the at Popeyes.
Yeah.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Ready when you are.
All right. Can you please ask the bailiff to come in here?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you too very much.
I'm sorry, I have an inside voice.
Bailiff, the judge wants you.
Oh, Cabernet.
Peters. Peters.
Let's rock out.
Peters.
Who's doing that? Who is it? Which one of you guys are doing that?
Doing what?
I'm just observing the this beautiful side of the courtroom. You guys all look like upstanding professionals. And then this side looks like an Italian mafia. It's really weird. Really weird.
Oh, racist?
Hopefully my lawyer just took me out to the back, man.
What's up, Glue, bro?
You would not be a stereotypical Italian mafia. Trust me.
I can't find my goddamn chair sit. I think it's just sit chair, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, sit chair. I got a tower PCO. I'm downloading 5M. What were you doing before? Were you on laptop?
If I do mine, and I won't get to see what happens, you know.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to jail.
I'm
What the
just
fuck
saying,
did you
man.
do to get to jail?
Laptop, yeah. Okay.
Nothing.
That's cool, man.
What the fuck are you going to jail then, dumbass?
Because my lawyers suck, bro.
What the fuck? If you didn't do anything wrong, then you're not going to jail.
Yes, he is.
I mean, I hope so.
Oh, man. That's good, man. That's good.
I mean, you should be suing as plastic surgery.
Damn. Be back on doing dumb shit for you guys. Yeah, man. You and Wobbles is in the city now too. Wobbles is back in the city. I think he's in jail right now because I guess he lost control of his car. He's on his way to court, and he ran over a couple people.
The judge doesn't show up
out in front of court with 4 goddamn police officers. The judge was out there. Yeah, he ran over a couple people. He's up in court now.
Goddamn.
Oh, jail now. My bad. Oh. That shit was hilarious. That's the type of shit, like, I remember I told you two would just be like the perfect duo in chaos, man. I need to make sure I get some water. Or...
What you betting?
Let me make
15.
I
can't beat
We say
got
this.
200 cash. So.
He said everybody sit down just so he can make us all
All right, for
stand.
the Honorable Judge Nicholas Carter III.
I'm sorry? What?
He says he's a Backstreet Boy.
What type of name is that?
All right, thank you, bailiff.
Yeah, take
You may
the
be seated.
shades off. Yeah, take the shades off. You see him take the shades off? I fucking love when court happens, man. It's so funny. Every time.
All right. Just give me 1 second while I look over my materials.
I think he was sitting last time, so he knows how to do it. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Dare me to come in there with just underwear. The sheriff is in too. You know, my man's the
All right,
sheriff.
but I didn't catch the,
So,
the last name of the plaintiff.
Yeah, there he is.
What's your last name, miss?
He's gonna taser your ass.
It's Savvy Cole.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. We're brought here today for Cole versus the Los Santos Police Department. Plaintiff, when you're ready, we're ready for your opening statement.
She doesn't know she's the plaintiff. Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'm here today because I took a huge loss on my business this last week, and I've been
She probably should have went to work.
having a hard time coming out of the house, you know, in order to run my business because of the incident between myself and the police department. And I would like $100,000.
Golly.
Okay. Please explain to everyone here what happened to you, why you are suing.
I'm suing because during my driving exam with Chief Johnson,
I'm Chief Johnson.
I was taken to the scene, an active scene, where actually I was made to drive.
You know where I can find the IP for the server?
In the middle of my class.
It's in the server listing. If not,
in the middle of
in the Discord, Jamal just posted the link to it.
In the back of a police car.
So when you open up 5M, just go into, you know, servers or whatever and just look for the Junction. It should be there.
I begged, there's another officer, President Officer Wallace, I begged him to let me out of the cruiser and take the handcuffs off so that I could escape the gunfire. Then after...
She's lying, 100%.
After the suspect came out of the establishment, he took off, they chased him, and I got left there. I took it upon myself to wait for them at the police department so that I could finish my driving exam with no recognition of the fact that I was just brought to the scene of a crime.
The lawyer's just sitting there. He's not a lawyer. He hasn't even said anything.
Are you finished with your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Defendant, we're ready for your opening statement when you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. So what happened in this situation is a brother in need needed backup. If I was at Subway eating a sandwich, I would have dropped the sandwich and ran to help a brother in need. It's that simple, Your Honor. We protect each other here in this city. If one of us is in need, if you're able to help, you help. That's simple.
Chief, before you finish, can you just give us a little bit more background on your point of view of the situation and what happened?
Yes, Your Honor. So
I just want to get a full picture here.
yes, Your Honor. So the beginning part of what Miss Cole stated is true. She was participating in a driver school because she got her license revoked recently for going way over the speed limit, 100 miles per hour plus. And I believe she was arrested for that as well, for fleeing and eluding. So yeah, she does have a record. So she had her license revoked,
Chief,
and that's what.
That's not really about what we're here for. That's prior. I'm specifically asking about the incident where she was taken to the robbery and left in the car. Could you just lay out the timeline of events for me, leading up to that point?
Yes, Your Honor. My apologies. I just wanted to establish why we were where we were to begin with.
That's okay.
Yeah. So Lieutenant Wallace here was responding to a jewelry store robbery. At the time, he was the only one that was able to respond. So I immediately backed them up. I had Mrs. Cole drive me over towards the jewelry store. I had her park on the street, not actually.
You had her drive.
Yes, because
you were in the passenger seat.
Yes, Your Honor. So
what kind of car were you driving?
It was a Crown Vic.
Okay.
Yeah, just a Crown Vic that we got from the City Hall.
Okay.
The impound lot there. So we had a Crown Vic. I had her drive me over there. We parked out on the street, not close to the jewelry store at all. I didn't want to put her in harm's way. So I had her. I told her to stay in the vehicle before I even got out of the vehicle. I made it very clear to stay in the vehicle, and then I ran up.
Was she trapped inside the vehicle?
No, Your Honor. No, she was. I mean, she could have got out at any time, as she did eventually. She chose to get out of that vehicle, and she chose to run up to the jewelry store, and she chose to put herself in harm's way. After multiple times.
Wait.
Objection, Your Honor. How do you choose a person?
Miss Cole, 1 second. Miss Cole, you left the vehicle and went towards the jewelry store?
Your Honor, I don't know much about this city, as I haven't.
That's okay. I'm just curious. I'm wondering if you knew that there was a robbery.
No, I did not know what was in progress. I came to find out why the.
Your Honor, I told her immediately that I'm sorry.
Let's let her finish, and I'll hear what you have to say. Go ahead, Miss Cole.
As I was stating, Your Honor, I went to see what was going on, and they would not tell me what was going on.
She's lying again. She's having a good line.
When I stayed demanding answers, Officer Wallace put me in his squad car in cuffs, and I begged him to let me out when they started shooting so that I could run away. And he finally let me out, and they took off and chased the suspect, and I went and waited at PD because although I have a record, I am an upstanding citizen.
Thank you, Miss Cole. Okay, so Chief, so she was eventually trapped and unable to get away.
Yes, Your Honor. That was after she inserted herself into the jewelry store scene. After we told her multiple times. Excuse me. Thank you. After multiple times.
Please let him speak.
After multiple times, myself and Lieutenant here told her to stay back. go get back in the vehicle. She refused to do so. So Lieutenant Wallace here went ahead and handcuffed her to place her in the back of the vehicle. That way she was out of harm's way. So that shows she was entrapped at one point, but it was for her own safety.
Your Honor, if I may.
You put one second, Miss Cole. You cuffed the woman and put her in the back of the squad car, adjacent to the jewelry store robbery for her safety.
Your Honor,
If I may, sir.
yes.
Mr. Wallace, you may speak.
Thank you, Your Honor. The fact of the matter was, sir, at that moment in time, I'm currently holding a carbine rifle in my hand, automatic, on gunmen. The female in question that just candidly walks up behind us while there's negotiations going on for a possible hostage life, and all she's saying is, I want to see what's going on. She was asked multiple times to leave the area. In order to get her to leave the area, I had to leave a post where I had a significant vantage point and put myself at risk, and the only way to do that was to put me between her and the gunshot the robbers in the scene. So as she refused to move, I felt I had no option but to one, she was not complying with a lawful request, so I placed her in cuffs and moved her from the scene. I could not afford to go too far away because I needed to return to my vantage point, so she was put in a car which was nearer than the chief's, because she was refusing to comply with any orders given, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace.
Yeah, so as he stated, he moved his patrol car closer to the street, so he backed it up away from the jewelry store. So she was, again, removed further from the
That's untrue,
scene.
Your Honor.
Ms. Cole. Okay, Ms. Cole, go ahead.
Yes, so first of all, I was asked to leave a scene that I didn't ask to come to. Let's put
But why did you refuse to leave?
Let's let her speak.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Because she does have a point there.
Right, I wanted to know why I was brought here to. What was I brought to? Yes, the vehicle that we arrived in was on the street, but I have a right to know what I felt like I was being kidnapped. I have the right to know to where I'm going. So when I walked up,
what?
But weren't you driving the car?
Yes, but I was with the police of.
I guess. Okay. All right. I understand. Keep going.
Okay. So when he left me in the car, I waited a couple minutes and then I walked up. I was not close enough to the scene to actually hear what was going on. All I saw, only person I was able to communicate with was Officer Wallace, because I was not close enough to, actually find out what was going on. I refused to leave because I didn't know if I would be in more trouble for leaving, because I didn't want to stay around the corner. Like I said, in the midst of it all, they ended up chasing the suspect. They could have ran out to where I was sitting in the car.
Your Honor,
Understood.
may I add just for your own perspective?
Okay, go ahead.
If I may, Your Honor, if you were the
Go ahead and shout for me.
The jewelry store, and you were the person I am trying to communicate with, my vantage point would have been roughly here.
Okay.
This lady decided to walk this close to a possible shootout with me carrying an automatic rifle. She's walked probably 10 times the distance to get this close to find out what's going on, because she couldn't hear anything. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but she has eyes. She can see it's an active situation, and then she didn't comply to leave when ordered to. And this is just for your own benefit, just to kind of give you an idea of the distances we're talking about when I'm trying to negotiate.
Okay,
with,
so you say, other than the sight of you holding the automatic rifle, at any point when you warned her and demanded she get away, did you tell her what was going on? Did you tell her that there was a robbery of a jewelry store?
You know, at this moment in time, I'm probably still negotiating with the gentleman
Uh,
inside the car.
No, Your Honor, they
Your Honor, I did. I told her during the road test. I spoke up and told her where
No, you
exactly where we were going and why
It
we
was a
were.
jewelry store robbery.
Yeah,
No,
that
Your Honor.
I told her that. That's why we had to break route in order to head over to the jewelry store.
Your Honor,
Your
may,
Honor,
Okay,
I was following.
may I ask a question, Your Honor?
Okay. You guys each can get one more chance to talk. I'm pretty sure I'm ready to make my ruling.
Would it matter what the situation was for a police officer to try and get people away from safety? Do we need to explain what is going on? Just because as a jewelry store, she walks up to people with guns. I understand their curiosity, but I don't understand why.
Curiosity killed the
us
cat.
saying, for your own safety, step back. Because I haven't told her it's a jewelry store robbery. I don't see what difference that makes.
How the fuck you die, bro? All right, I'll
Go ahead.
Where he said the distance, he said that he was from them. I did not hear anything that was going on inside the jewelry store. I did not hear anything Chief Johnson said to the people at the scene, and I never crossed further than the police car. I never went closer to the scene than
That's
Officer Wallace.
bullshit.
As I stated before, the only person I could communicate with was Officer Wallace. And then I had to wait for him to come closer to me again in order to beg him to let me out of the cruiser.
Okay. All right. Did you have anything to say, Mr. Wallace? Not Officer Wallace, but Mr. Ben Wallace.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
The whole point of this matter is the fact that she was taken into a bad area at the wrong time. They should have just let her out the car until her stay here until we came back. It would have solved this whole situation.
Okay. I'm ready to make my ruling. Plaintiff is suing the defendant for $100,000 because of business wage losses and pain and suffering. I rule in favor of the plaintiff. In favor for $50,000. While I do feel that you were brought into the situation because you were driving the car with an officer in the vehicle, that you may have been intimidated into coming to the scene. However, and they did handcuff you into the car, but I do feel like at that point you may have brought a bit of the situation onto yourself. So I rule in favor of the plaintiff for half the amount. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
She shouldn't get anything. She shouldn't get anything. I'm gonna give her the money. 32. Why are you giving her my money? It's coming from the city. What was the number? 32. 32.
Right in the court.
$50,000.
Can you use the restroom?
That was the right person, right?
All right, can you
32, yeah.
Can you have the figure out if the next trial is civil or criminal, and have the correct parties come in here to speak with me before the trial?
I don't think that's. I mean, it is what it is. But I don't think we should have lost that one at all.
So what's the next case? Is it a civil or criminal?
I'm not sure which case is next. I'm not sure if it's Fox Dot's case or Buck 30's case.
Oh, let's find that out.
But yeah, I mean, that's like saying we could get sued. I guess we lost because I had her take me to the scene instead of just throwing her out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
So I guess I could have just threw her out the vehicle. But I feel like we were.
Because she put herself in far more danger.
Yeah, absolutely. She should have got maybe $5,000 for that or something. Not half of it because 90% of the fault is on her.
All right.
Like she lost business for a week because she put herself in that position.
Yeah,
So
you know.
she could have easily stayed in the vehicle like she was told. So, yeah.
May I ask a question?
What's up, man?
Since you're police, couldn't you just tell her that, can you use the car to get to wherever you need to get to, and you will just come back for her?
Well, she had no driver's license, so she wasn't actually able to drive. So, like, I'm pretty sure I should have just threw her out of the vehicle. But either which way, she would have followed to the scene because I told her where we were going. So she would have showed up there either which way.
Just stayed in the car. She was safe.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I think I would have pulled over and.
I believe Buck 30's case is up next. Is that
Okay.
civil or criminal?
Civil.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Do I sit up here with you?
Yeah, you're gonna need to be up here. But with her injecting herself in that case, we could charge her with obstruction of justice.
Yeah, you could possibly get to that.
So.
Would it be too late?
No, absolutely not. Now that the judge actually said that she obstructed justice, I'm actually 100% fine with arresting her for obstruction.
Well, yeah, but no, because then it just makes it look like sour grapes on our part rather than.
I mean, that's what the judge literally said. She obstructed justice. She could be arrested for that.
Yeah, but doing it now that we've lost the court case makes it look 10 times worse than if we did it before that.
Well, that's what happens when you sue LSPD.
All right, Chief, we're gonna get you and Mr. Buck 30 and his lawyer into the room to speak to the judge.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm a normal.
I'm first. All right. I'm gonna stand on this side of the room this time. See if it benefits me. All right, so Buck 30's case is, let's see.
I'm ordering a Luka Doncic jersey right now.
She literally at the door of the jewelry store. We said she ran into the, like, we didn't lose because of that. We lost because I had her take me anyway.
Mr. Buck 30's out there. He's waiting for his lawyer real quick.
Like, I shouldn't have had her.
Take a piss.
I shouldn't have taken her at
Wait
all.
on you, bailiff.
Thank you.
So let me get Jamal. There he is. Let me get this up real quick. So Buck's case is regarding obstruction of justice. And this is what he was sentenced for 15 months for. While in vehicle being searched, Buck decided to lock his vehicle. So this is what he's being let me files. This is what this court case is regarding. 445. Just make up numbers for my files now, man. It looks terrible. Alright, let's get this over to the judge. 444 something. There it is. Alright, so that's that. Yeah.
Good day, Your Honor.
Good day.
Thank you for meeting with us. My name is Miss Cruz.
Hello, Miss Cruz.
Buck 30. You doing,
Hello,
Your Honor?
Mr. Buck 30. Mr. Ben Wallace, we just met, and Chief. All right. Miss Cruz, could you please give a a brief point of view of your client and why they're suing?
Yes, I have Mr. Buck 30 here. He is suing the city for $500,000.
Did you not notice Julian took the whole box of muffins?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
You're just blowing through.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to refresh my notes.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. Too much sugar? Yeah. Shut the door, Joe.
For wrongful imprisonment, he'd also like one of his charges expunged and pain and suffering, which would be the monetary if that, like for the expungement would be
What charge does he even have?
Can you explain to me from Mr. Buck 30's point of view what happened?
Yes, my client was imprisoned for 15 months of his life for an offense which the penalty was
His only offense is
community service.
drive-by shooting. Drive-by shooting in a blue while reporting to a robbery in progress ran play in like which.
I'm sorry, what was that offense?
Oh, this is recently. This was today.
Obstruction of justice. Okay.
He's not a criminal here. He's a spectator.
Okay, Chief.
Yes. I'm sorry. I was just reviewing his case. Yeah, he was sent to prison on an obstruction of justice charge. Yeah, for 15 months. That is correct. A mistake did occur as far as the LSPD's part in it. We did take the correct actions in the disciplinary issues with that officer who was involved. We did apologize to Miss Cruz and Mr. Wallace as well as Mr. 30 here. We tried to settle on an amount we believe was fair for themselves and the city. But somehow they rejected it because they want more. So I think this is more of a case of greed than anything.
Wow. All right. All right, let's get out there.
All
you
right.
guys go ahead and let the bailiff know we're ready, and see you out there.
He's ready for you.
Copy that.
God, it's so dark over there. Ooh, I'm excited.
Everyone rise for the Honorable Nicholas Carter III.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Dad.
Hold on. Yes, Joel.
I finished all my chicken.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
bailiff.
buddy.
Everyone, you may be seated.
What, Joel?
All right, we're gathered here today for 30 versus
No,
the Los
it's too
Santos
late.
Police
Get
Department.
ready for bed. Yeah, almost. Close the door.
The defense at this time, we are ready for your opening statement. I'm sorry, the plaintiff.
I'm like, I'm ready.
That would be you, Mr. 30.
Is the lawyer. Don't even know their job.
All right, Your Honor. My name is Miss Cruz. Thank you for your time. We are here on the
Men are my favorite.
Mr. Buck 30. He is suing the city for $500,000 for wrongful imprisonment and pain and suffering because 15 months of his life was taken from him over a clerical mistake.
Thank you, Ms. Cruz. Is that all of your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
You sure you don't want to give any more background?
She's using what I said, and it actually just hurt her.
I mean, like I said, this is definitely my client isn't at fault here. So, there's really not much more that I could say at this time.
Okay.
You're
I said
like that.
7. You said 7.
Go ahead,
sir.
George.
Mr. 30.
Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, did you have something to say?
I would like to add something.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Your Honor. We could hear you this thing.
I can't hear. What are you saying?
Yeah, you're good right there.
Oh, I put the wrong button. That's fine. My bad.
Okay. Good, Shotty. But Your Honor.
Jesus Christ.
Honor, this is what I have to say, Your Honor. I was wrongfully sent away for a year and 3 months of my life. Your Honor, I own businesses in town. I have a towing company that I run. It's not very up and running and successful, but it does bring me a little money here and there. And I also run a successful McDonald's. If you guys would like to look up to see what a McDonald's makes in a year and 3 months, that's what I missed. I wasn't able to go up there and run my store and run my franchise up there, and I missed out on a lot of money. I think $500,000 was more than enough to make up for the loss that I took being wrongfully sent away when I should have just been sent to Legion Park there to just pick up some trash. I was wrongfully sent away for a year and 3 months of my time, Your Honor.
Okay. What'd you do?
I was charged with obstruction of justice. I'm not saying that my charge was incorrect or wrong, but my punishment was excessive, more than excessive. To be sent away for a year and 3 months when it should have just been 15 hours of community service.
He just said it.
Okay,
He just got him.
that you were charged with obstruction of justice for.
I was charged for some reason. I was charged with obstruction of justice. I was told that I locked the vehicle as a officer was in the vehicle. Your Honor, how could I lock the vehicle when she walked up to it and got into the vehicle, then she got out and was not able to get back in? I have automatic locks on my door. I drive a brand new Mercedes Benz. I mean, once the driver's not next to the door with the keys and the door closes, it locks. So I tried to attempt to lock the door, and they thought that I was locking it. So they then put me in handcuffs and then charged me with obstruction of justice. I tried to plead my case with them. They did not listen. They then put me in handcuffs, took me downtown, and then sent me to jail when that was not the correct charge that should have been processed. Well, it was the correct. I don't disagree. I am not disagreeing with the charge here, but I'm just saying that that I was wrongfully sent away for a year and 3 months of my life. I have businesses that needed to be taken care of and I could have lost, and I'm glad I did not lose them. But for a year and 3 months of my life, Your Honor, I was sent away when it should have just been 15 hours of community service.
You see, he keeps
it's
saying
obviously stated there that is simply a misdemeanor, and I was sent away like
he keeps saying obviously stated. We got his ass.
Okay. Miss Cole, quickly. You had something to say?
Yes, I just wanted to add that the officer, although it was stated that he locked the vehicle, she was in fact able to search that vehicle.
She didn't have probable cause?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, she did search the vehicle. He did not obstruct her being able to search the vehicle.
Okay. She was already once in the vehicle, you know.
We're ready for at this time. We're ready for the defense's opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor. Are we going to be able to call witnesses or?
You may.
Okay. I would like to call Buck 30 actually to the stand.
You sure you want to jump right into what?
Yes.
Doing that, or do you want to get?
Yes, Your Honor. No, I would like to jump right into it.
That's okay.
I believe this is going to lead the right way.
Okay. Real quick, Mr. Buck 30, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Please raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yes, sir. I do.
All right. You can proceed.
All right. Thank you. So, again, I do apologize for
That's the first
So-
time I've heard that apology.
Your lawyer must not have relayed the message. But either which way, I would like to publicly.
I just like to say, sir, I feel like I should hear that from your officers instead of you pass that to my lawyer. You know?
That
You guys
yes,
sent me around.
Mr.
that's understandable. Understandable. Sergeant Lopez, you can stand for me. If you can just publicly apologize to this man as you did to me.
Yes, Buck 30, I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I mean mistakes happen. It's a mistake that we apologize for. Quick question though. What's the amount of time you believe you should have been sentenced to?
I should have received 15 hours of community service, but I was sentenced away for 15 months of my life.
Okay. And why do you believe it should have been 15 hours of community service?
Excuse me, because obviously stated in your city's penal codes.
Okay.
That is what it stated.
Okay, thank you. You may be seated. Actually, I'm finished with that.
Okay.
Your Honor, as the plaintiff just stated that it is in our penal codes. Actually, our penal codes hasn't been released to the public, so there's actually no way for them to know that information. As our penal codes state, it's all up to officers' discretion. I do believe it was a little excessive for an obstruction of justice charge to be sentenced to prison for a year and 3 months, but it is up to officers' discretion. The minimum is 15 hours of community service, which is stated in our penal code, which is only released to the actual LSPD.
Do you have the penal codes? Can I see them?
Yes, I can send them over to you.
Can you forward them over to me?
Yes, I can. So my main question here is really how did he get in possession of our penal codes that's only released to police officers of LSPD?
Interesting.
I mean, I honestly,
Maybe
Your Honor, I could tell you honestly.
Yes.
I could.
Okay, go ahead.
While I was down in the jail, while I was sentenced down there for a year and a month, I had an officer come down there and talk to me. An officer come down there and talk to me, and he told me that I should look a little farther into my case. And that's where these fine people come into place. My lawyers here, you know. I believe that lawyers are allowed to look up laws and the best way that they possibly should be punished. I mean, that's an easy Google search of how things should be punished in a city, how things are normally handled.
Looking at me.
Really that simple.
Yeah, I understand they have access to.
It's a Google search for them to look a little farther into and see that I was obviously wrongly sent away.
Yeah, but to say that something is obviously stated in our penal codes as LSPD is something you obviously don't have access to, as it's not obviously released to the public.
Well, we took a pretty good look.
All right.
Into it,
Please address me when you're speaking, and nobody else.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Don't have side conversations. That's okay. All right, I have a couple questions. First question is for you, Chief. Were you the responding officer?
Ooh, no, Your Honor. I don't believe I was.
Who was?
I believe it was Sergeant Lopez here.
Okay, Miss Lopez. When you arrived on scene, what was your? You searched Mr. Buck Dirty's vehicle, correct?
Yes, I tried.
You successfully searched the vehicle?
Yes.
Make sure you shout.
That's a yes. I mean,
Okay, what was your reason for searching the vehicle?
Never started if you can't remember.
You're on.
Yes, sir. Let her go.
That's not true either.
Why was he pulled over?
I don't remember this. It has something to do with Frosty. Oh, it has something to do with Frosty. It has something to do with
I
Frosty.
think I have the report right here. All I'm seeing is while vehicle is being searched, Buck 30 locked vehicle in middle of search, obstruction of justice.
Yes, someone else was getting arrested at the same point.
Okay.
So we had to search the vehicle, and Mr. Buck 30 locked his vehicle when I was doing the search.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I would like to interject. So,
Okay, go ahead.
what Sergeant Lopez is saying is correct. There was actually, we were there for another reason. We were actually there for a friend of Buck 30. I don't want to state his name, but he was there for speeding. We were there for a speeding case. And he was just driving Buck 30's vehicle because, as Sergeant Lopez said, he didn't have his license at the time. So the other guy was speeding in his vehicle, which led us to searching it.
That's okay.
I can see over that report as well, but it was separate.
Give them an excuse to check it though.
Yeah, send me that report as well. But so a gentleman was speeding in his own vehicle, got a ticket, and you guys were showing up to revoke his license.
Well, it was a chase actually.
He was driving.
So let me stand up again. I'm sorry. So I was the actual officer involved in that case. He sped past me at 109 miles per hour, and we found his. We were searching for that vehicle, and once we found that vehicle, that's when everything else kind of happened. So we were already on the lookout for that vehicle. We didn't know it wasn't owned by the driver.
You didn't run the plate and see who the owner was?
No, that's what I'm saying. The driver was a different person. The owner of the vehicle was Buck 30, but the driver was a different person. You see what I'm saying?
The driver was the person that you wanted to arrest.
Exactly.
And take their license away.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then that's when Mr. 30 injected himself into the situation.
And he locked his vehicle.
Yeah. He said he locked automatically. I clearly saw him use
After it was already searched, though. Correct?
It was looked at. Yeah, I like to review. Just to make sure we don't miss anything. That's just the way that I do it. I'm kind of.
Did Mr. Buck 30 consent to a search of his vehicle?
Yeah, he had no problem with it.
He had no problem with it? Okay.
He had no problem with it. He walked over to the sidewalk and he started being a little fidgety, but he had no problem with it. We explained to him what was going on and he was fine. I don't remember that part, but I'm not gonna fucking say anything else.
He applied.
Your Honor, I would just like to make a statement, sir. She obviously stated that she was able to search the vehicle one time, and then she went to search the vehicle back again. But you've already searched the vehicle once. You're double. Honestly, that kind of sounds a little suspect.
Mistakes happen.
Back again to make a search. Obviously, mistakes happen. Big mistakes happen. But
yeah, that's why we double check.
Your Honor, can I make my statement? I'll let them to speak. Can I
speak? Please allow Mr. 30 to speak, and I'm giving everybody time to speak, so you'll get a chance.
We're gonna lose this one too, but
I just mean what they're saying here kind of sounds a little backwards. She said that she was able to search. She said that she was able to search the vehicle or not. Like you searched the vehicle, you did. Like she was in it once, and then she tried to get into it again. And then he says that he wasn't sure. They like to double check. So it's like they go back to double check the vehicle once they've already been in it. It's a little suspect. You know what I mean? Like they go back, they didn't find anything the first time. Let me look again, and then boom, they find something. You know, Your Honor. Like,
did we find anything though?
That's kind of odd, but I'm just
saying.
Answer's no.
Honor,
I didn't. And
I understand.
Somebody trying to implant some drugs on you or something.
Exactly, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it's common practice for multiple officers to take multiple looks at the same vehicle. Again, like I said, it happens to where one officer may overlook something where the other one catches it. It happens. It's common practice.
My issue is, so why was the vehicle initially pulled over?
I'm about to
sighting of the person driving.
I'm about to send you the report on that. Like I said, the plate matches.
Please.
Yeah, the plate matched a speeding vehicle. That's why the vehicle was stopped.
Okay. All right. You may.
She's changing her statements, Your Honor.
Let them go.
I mean, it could be more detailed, but I'm not going to
Thank you,
change
Ms.
it. That's
Lopez.
not. I mean, it is what it is.
Right, just give me 1 second. Let me look at the statement. I mean, this report.
I could really change it, but I'm not going to. I think it's good enough, to be honest. Where the fuck did I send it at? Oh, there it is.
All right. I've seen the report. At this time, I'll ask if the defense wants to make a closing statement. And I'll ask the plaintiff if they would like to make a closing statement.
Yes, Your Honor, we would. I know it was a little heated in here, but again, we do apologize for the mistake that we made as far as sending Mr. 30 here to prison. We do believe he should have received a less harsher crime, a less harsher punishment for his crimes. We did try to settle for a very reasonable amount of money. But
what was that? And what was that amount of money?
It was $50,000.
Okay.
Yeah, we're willing to.
It was $75,000.
Say that again.
He offered $75,000 to my client.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I read the wrong one. It was right. Commissioner offered $75,000. That was $50,000, and then plus the $20,000 for the emotional damage. That's right. I'm sorry. I apologize. So yeah, we offered $75,000 for the settlement, and I guess, like I said, they wanted a little bit more than that. But we did apologize. We learned from our mistakes over here at LSPD, and we're just, trying to make everyone here safer. So.
All right. With the defense.
That is right. It was 75.
Make a closing statement before I make my ruling.
Yes, Your Honor. I would just like to add, Your Honor. As he says that I received an apology, as we noticed when I took the stand there, sir, this is the first time that I've ever heard from these officers personally since that. If you send someone away for a year and 3 months, Your Honor, you would think that once they came out after you realized you made a mistake, that's a long time to think about that mistake. A year and 3 months is a very long time to think about a mistake that you made. I was in there for a long time. Not a single time did I hear for either one of them or anything about, sir, I'm sorry that you were wrongfully sent here. We'll try to make up for it. That was not. Your Honor, I would just like to also think I own a franchise. I own a McDonald's business that for a year and 3 months I was not able to make any money off.
Is that really what money he's trying to get?
$75,000.
Fucking real life fucking money off of McDonald's? That's crazy.
3 months from a McDonald's business. I would just like for that to be stated. Thank you.
That was a good statement, though.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Everybody wants to talk.
Sure, if it's quick.
So, ever since that incident happened, I was punished for my actions also. I've been suspended since that incident. That's all.
That's automatic.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Wallace? Mr. Wallace?
I said, that's nothing to do with this case. That's their thing that they got it.
All right. I got you.
It does have something to do with the case.
Plaintiff, Mr. Buck 30 is suing the defendant, the Los Santos Police Department, for $500,000 for wrongful imprisonment, and I rule in favor of the plaintiff. 1/5 the amount for $100,000. While I do feel that the search was unreasonable and the punishment was also cruel and unusual, I feel that $100,000 may not be enough, but at the same time, the plaintiff claims that McDonald's is a very successful business. I think that's a little bit of an overstatement. So I rule in favor of the plaintiff for $100,000.
Even though illegally obtained records.
Lost.
Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, one more. Let's go. Let's go 0 for 3.
I'm never gonna get a new car.
Golly, let's go. What'd you say? Oh yeah, legally obtained. Yeah. Yeah.
Can we charge him?
So, I was trying to whisper to you to say what you need there, because he was going on of his loss of earnings as well, is could he prove what he earned on the 15 months previous to
Yeah.
give you an average?
Absolutely. Yeah.
In
Sure.
order.
Actually go back and try to get that charge expunged in the first place because he didn't obstruct justice
Yeah. Oh man.
Now, what I need to find out is where they were set on the well, our files, because if there's a suspicion of him, I don't think we're going to get him. We need a, he should have said, give me the name of the officer as well. When he said I spoke to an officer, what officer?
Yes, and that's what. And then he said that's another thing that didn't make sense, because he said he didn't speak to no officer since that incident, but then he claimed that he spoke to an officer.
But then, then that should have been said then. You said you talked to an officer. Now you're saying you have talked to an officer.
Yeah, but that's it. It was yeah.
Yeah, you know, I mean, but then you tie him up in circles that it makes him.
But it didn't matter though. I feel like him obtaining that record is enough.
Is it a criminal or a civil case? I'm sorry.
But you deepen the hole that he's going to make.
Yeah, but it didn't matter though. I don't feel like it mattered. I really don't. I feel like we were going to lose that. We knew we were going to lose it either which way, because we made a mistake.
This
but
next case is a criminal, correct?
Yes, Sheriff.
Alright, copy that.
But yeah, we knew we were going to lose, but I didn't think we were going to lose that much. So, what's up, man?
But with the cross questioning,
he said something that he never heard from.
All right.
Isn't that the lawyer's job to come get you guys? You got like a shit ton to do.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. We spoke to the lawyers. Multiple times.
Jeez, everybody left?
They're out in the hall, outside.
Yeah, they don't want to do it.
I believe they're outside.
Yeah, we spoke to the lawyers multiple times, like 3 times, I believe, if I can count correctly. We spoke to the lawyers 3 times, and all 3 times we told them exactly what was going on, as far as apologizing, the amount of money, all that. So it's
I thought you were suing for $1 million.
That should be the lawyer's problem.
yeah, absolutely. They want us to goddamn shut down the city to to apologize. Yeah, not having it.
That had me scratching my head a little bit.
Yeah, it's all good. Let me send this real quick. 16.
Alright, excuse me, guys. I gotta step out for something to eat and drink.
Yeah.
I like to think that people will also be a little emotional and speak up too. So I think it's up to the judges' discretion whether or not to allow that or not. As long as everybody's being respectful and addressing me, then I'll allow people to get their point across.
Okay, thank you for that.
All right, for this case, we're gonna need a jury. Who's this guy? Okay.
Am I involved in any way in this case?
No, you're not.
Yes, he was the arresting officer.
Okay.
We're gonna need a jury.
Well, 0215, and now you say that I'm the arresting officer. Right.
That is right.
You
Yeah.
wanna be in the jury?
Sure, Your Honor.
All right, go over there. Sit over there. EMS, you want to be in the jury?
Sure.
Do we get the question of Judy, like if they know each other?
All right, I'll let 3 jury members. I'll let the
Yeah.
prosecution.
Cross-examine.
Which ones? Is he already over there?
Which one we want cross-examine?
The EMS might be one of them.
All right, come on back. Come back.
He said EMS. He said EMS.
I think he just said EMS, not you.
Oh, you can come back too, bro. EMS is in that
okay.
Yeah, you guys drive around all the time together.
All right. This might be a tough.
I don't
one,
ask them without a question.
This might be tough to get a jury for. We might have to come down to a decision too.
Do you like broke chefs? The blonde guy that's outside?
Who's the blonde guy outside?
I don't know, there was a blonde guy outside. He could probably help. Let me know. I'll be in row 3, pew 3, 4A.
All right. This gentleman here, was he involved?
Technically, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Was this gentleman here involved? All right.
But he is,
I'm gonna ask you.
he is good friends with Mr. Fox.
He is good friends with Mr. Fox.
And he just got done suing us, so.
All right. Bailiff, I'm going to ask you to be a juror. Do you mind?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Kind of good friends with Fox also.
Hey, fuck that.
Why doesn't EMS be one?
All right, sir. I'm going to ask you with the chain. I'm going to ask you to be a juror again. And
EMS.
did EMS might get called to the stand or no?
It's possible.
Go ahead, Wally.
What?
It's possible.
It's what?
Ask him.
Why is it possible?
Did he issue a witness list?
It's dealing with his scars on his face, so we need him as a witness to cause the that.
What's that got to do with the case?
Who gives a shit about his scars?
Because
it does.
Trust me.
Okay, alright.
Are you
That's fine.
for him to be an expert witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
That man had scars on his face when I was a recruit.
You'll see.
That's fine.
It's probably based on.
Yeah, you go let Mr. 30 be the third guy. That works for me.
Yeah, I don't really like Fox, so I'm not going to be
That's fine. I mean, if this has to do with his scars on his face, it's gonna be a really stupid, simple case. My bad. Come on, Mr. 30.
Stop talking about the scar on my face. I feel very,
Mr. 30, you're third guy.
now. You guys keep talking about my scar.
All right,
might
you,
get a
sir,
civil case.
sitting down in the middle pew.
No, it's not a civil case at all.
And this one here, you in the front. Oh, yeah, you. Come on, you're up.
They're like best friends.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it going. We're good.
How am I gonna be on the jury stand? I literally just sued.
Yeah, so
No,
we're
not
gonna
you.
lose.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
was
Silky
gonna
Waves,
say,
not you.
yeah. I was gonna say I literally just sued. You want me?
I'm talking about the one with the blueberries on his feet.
Just got shattered.
All right. All right. Are we ready to start?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Prosecution, you may begin with your opening statement. That's you, Chief.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reviewing his case. It's very long and extensive.
Oh, at this time, any evidence that's going to be used in the case, please send it to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
ahead
we
of time.
never got it. We were waiting and waiting and waiting, and they never provided the defense with any discovery. It's gonna be part of all this too.
Okay.
It looks like it was sent to the wrong email. Let me fix that.
I had no time to prepare for this case, Your Honor, with no evidence.
Bro, this police.
Would you like to grant a extension?
I forgot we were working on updating it. Which one are these? Which one are
No?
these?
You want to handle it now? You ready?
If I could.
March, what do you think? You want to wait or would you want to?
If Chief sends over the documents now and then we.
If he sends it over now, I think it's fine. We do it now if you are okay with it.
Okay, if you guys would like, we could grant an extension.
Your
That way
Honor,
we might be
there
able to
aren't
get better.
even any timestamps on this report.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead. No, let's go ahead and continue with the yeah, let's definitely go ahead and
All right. At this time, court is in session. At this time, prosecution.
Alrighty. So this case regarding Mr. Dot is a drive-by shooting incident. Dispatch alerted us to a drive-by shooting. When we responded, nobody was there. No one was there on scene. So we started looking for the vehicle involved, which dispatch gave us the license plate and the color of the vehicle. That vehicle was later stopped at a traffic stop, which matched Mr. Dott's red motorcycle he was riding. He did claim he wasn't involved in it, so we went ahead and arrested him since he was the owner of that vehicle. And he did have a weapon on his person at that time. Okay. I don't remember if we tested him. I don't think we did. Gunshot residue.
Actually, go ahead. I'll save my questions for the end. Defense, if you're ready with your opening statement, we're ready. That was everything, right, Chief?
Yes. So I just would like to add this was 2 different days. This isn't anything that all happened in one day or anything like that. The drive-by happened on the 20th, I believe, and then he was pulled over on the 24th. So it was.
And was the plate
couple days.
in the drive-by? Was the vehicle,
yes, Your Honor.
Model and plate recovered?
Yes, sir. In the drive-by shooting, dispatch alerted of the plate number and the color of the vehicle involved. That was all that was all the information that it received. So that's all they relayed to us.
Can you prove that?
Can I prove what dispatch said?
Can you prove which plate number was written down?
Yes, I can. That's what's in the report. That's what dispatch alerted us to.
That's not in anything you sent me.
It's not in that report. It doesn't have the license plate number. Read it slowly.
I see the report license plate. Looks like BER 4251.
When you pulled over the suspect, was that plate matching the vehicle he was driving?
Yes, he did, lawyer. That's why he got pulled over. Any more questions I can answer for?
Wait. Only for the drive-by shooting. There's nothing for the incident where he was pulled over.
Because his traffic violation was minor, so there was no report written for that. He was arrested for the drive-by shooting. That's why the report was created.
Days before they pulled over the red motor vehicle.
Yes, it did.
Right, gotcha.
The report that was written was because of the drive-by shooting. The minor traffic violation that he did, we did not write a report on it because, again, it was minor. The drive-by shooting obviously superseded that.
Okay. What traffic violation did I do? Because I wasn't.
Hey, criminal. I will speak to your lawyer. I'll speak to your lawyer.
Please, if I would ask you don't address anybody else in the court, but if you do, please.
I don't remember.
Don't address them by their name.
Is Officer Wallace still here? Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's okay. When Mr. Dot, is it?
Yes, sir.
When Mr. Dot was pulled over, I believe this is what he was about to ask anyway. When Mr. Dot was pulled over, why was he pulled over when he was arrested for the drive-by shooting?
Yes, Your Honor. So I would like to call Lieutenant Wallace here, since he was the officer that pulled over Mr. Dot.
Okay.
He would be able to best answer that question.
Okay.
I'm not sure you want to read him his rights. He's a really great officer, so he already
Mr.
knows him.
Wallace, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
So help me God.
All right.
All right, Lieutenant. By the way, congratulations on your promotion for all the fine work you have been providing to the city.
What, sir?
Irrelevant.
Do you remember why you pulled over Mr. Dot over there on I believe it was Vespucci Boulevard?
It was actually not down to a traffic violation that he was pulled over. I initially spotted a vehicle who was brought to my attention, A, because of the colour. It was a red motorbike. I was also being involved in. It actually circled the same area a couple of times to where I was, and that's what kind of alerted my attention to it. The number plate actually rang up on my plate reader, and which was Bravo Echo Romeo 4251 was the plate. And because I was involved with the drive-by calls, I recognised the plate and chased after the vehicle to pull it over and called it in to I believe it was a chief I called to say that I had pulled him over, and it was the same vehicle that had been reported in the drive-by shooting 2 days, 3 days earlier, 4 days earlier, whatever the date was.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. So if I understand correctly, Mr. Dot was pulled over not because of a violation, but because the vehicle matched the description and because the plate matched the description of the vehicle involved in the drive-by shooting?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Okay. If you have any more questions for Mr. Wallace, you may ask him. If not, Mr. Wallace, you can step down.
I have no more questions.
Okay. You may step down, Mr. Wallace. Thank you. Okay. I have a question for the defense, Mr. Dot, directly. Dude, when you got pulled over, what was it you were doing?
I was
second time. Or, well, when you were arrested.
When I was arrested, I was coming from a job that I had just quit at the trucking.
Yes.
Sorry, fueler job. My apologies. And I was just coming from there, and I was going over towards Mirror Park, and he pulled me over on the bridge before Mirror Park.
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, I would also like to state during the search of Mr. Dot, $20,000 was found of illegal money. So how he became in possession of that money, we don't know, but I would also like that to be stated.
Is he being charged for being in possession of illegal money?
Yes, Your Honor, he is. That's another one of his charges he is facing.
Okay. So, Mr. Dot, you were on the way to the bank to deposit the money that you made from your trucker job?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Do you have any explanation for the dirty money you had on your person?
My boss had given it to me cash this time, and previously he wasn't paying me properly, like the full amount. And that one time he paid me the full amount and then some in cash. So I was on my way to the bank, the big bank up at the Vinewood Hills.
Okay.
And at the time, that's when I was pulled over when I was heading that way after I... excuse me, sorry. After they pulled me over.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I would like to state that if we don't believe that we had a deposition with him and his counsel a couple days ago where he came up with that same fake story regarding his travels. We obviously know he's involved in something illegal, because of the illegal money for starters. But also, his explanation doesn't make any sense if he was leaving the fueler job like he stated. He took the longest possible route in order to go to Vinewood, the bank up in Vinewood. And that's how he ended up, getting pulled over heading towards Mirror Park. So,
where is the fueler job? Where, Mr. Dot, where did you pick up your paycheck at the fueler job that you claim was all in dirty money?
Down by Dutch London Street, sir. Over by the big what's that building called? I can't remember the name. The big Thunderdome building, sir. Your Honor.
Can I ask why you decided to go to the bank all the way up there instead
Yes.
of the bank
Your Honor.
on Vespucci?
That bank is my preferred bank. I feel safer having in the safest bank there is in the city, Your Honor.
Okay.
If I may also add some the location, if that's
one more
okay.
question, really quick. When you received the money from your boss, did you notice that the money was different in any way than cash? Did it seem like it was counterfeit in any way or anything like that?
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor, but that was the first time he had paid me in cash.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Wallace, if you'd like to interject, I ask you to do it quickly, please.
Again, just Mr. Fox, when he's saying he was on his way to Mirror Park, just to kind of clarify that it was the San Andreas Bridge, not the Vespucci side of things, as location-wise. And also, when initially queried about the cash, when asked about it by myself, he stated he didn't know that was there. It's one of those things that he's maybe just, it's been there and he's not known about it. This is the first time I've heard anything about his boss paying him in cash.
Well, you weren't there during the disposition with us initially.
yeah, we did have.
I was there during the initial pulling over, which you weren't there.
And he has the right to not speak without an attorney.
But you spoke anyway.
So again, even if he claims he was going all the way to Vinewood Bank, he took the longest possible route, even though he could have just shot straight up any other road, Alta Street, Power Street, Shop. It was a lot of different routes he could have took in order to get to Vinewood, the bank up there at Pacific Standard.
Your Honor, if we may have a chance, what you do on your personal time and taking a drive, it's not illegal.
Well, it's a lie to state that he was doing it to feel safe. He wasn't. Was he just taking a drive, or was he trying to go to the bank to feel safe? The safest route, like he claimed.
To the bank of his choice, but why does the route matter? Which route he took? If he didn't go stop and meet somebody and do exchanges and suspicious activity.
I feel like if you're trying to get somewhere safe, you're going to get there as fast as possible, not take the longest possible route. By the way.
Take a route where there's a lot of people.
Or how about you don't pass an entire gang activity? Remember gang spray paint along that route on Poplar Street, so Mirror Park.
Spray paint next to the police department.
There's spray paint everywhere, especially gang activity there. So.
Objection, Your Honor.
Relevance.
Okay, what's your objection?
Relevance is safe. He claimed it was for being safe.
That objection is sustained. That I do feel that it is irrelevant to the matter whether or not
he's claiming he was safe. He said he was doing it because it's a safe route. It's not true.
Well, he said it was. He said the bank was his safe.
No, he said he took that route because it was the safest route to the bank. That's what he said in his deposition. That's not
order. Order in the court. I'm looking at the map now myself, and I don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility that he would take that route, depending on what direction he was already traveling, Dutch London Street. My question for you, Mr. Dot, is what explanation do you have for your vehicle being involved in a drive-by shooting, reported in a drive-by shooting days prior?
Before you answer that, Your Honor, I would like to note that it was not days prior. It was a day prior. He said
Okay,
that he was
either
pulled
or.
over on the 24th. And on the 23rd was when I was supposed to receive the discovery packet for this case. So that was 2 days even after that.
Okay.
There's a lot of conflict in the story and in the evidence here, Your Honor.
I would
Okay.
like to add something to that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's days later you pulled the vehicle over because it matches the tag and the color of the vehicle. But it doesn't say that he was the one in that shootout.
But his vehicle was.
Right, his vehicle was, but
You
not
have to
him.
prove
It could have
that he
been somebody he
committed.
loaned
That's why I'm
his
asking
vehicle to.
him. Now, I've noted your grievance with the times in the report. Now, but I am asking Mr. Dodd, what explanation do you have for your vehicle, the red bike, being involved in the drive-by shooting?
The only possible way is if it was stolen when I had left it for about an hour or so beforehand.
So, your bike was stolen, and then it was put back, and you had
That's the
noticed.
only like explanation that I can think of, Your Honor.
Put back in the same exact location.
I hear your explanation, but I just hope you understand that sounds very far fetched.
Your Honor, may I please call my client to the witness stand?
You may.
Mr. Dodd, if you would, please.
Mr. Dodd, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? That's your left hand.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's good.
Yes,
don't know his
I
left
swear
or
to tell the
right.
truth, the whole truth.
All right. You may proceed.
Mr. Dodd, when you left your vehicle, was it in fact in condition?
I'm sorry, can you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
On the day in question, when you left your vehicle unattended for, you said about an hour, was it in fact in good condition?
It was in decent condition. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
Okay, and when you came back for your vehicle, was it in the same condition or worse condition?
It was like a little bit worse, but I just assume it's from like dirt and stuff usually.
Okay, so do you believe that it's possible someone did return your vehicle to the exact location and tried to make it look like there wasn't any damage?
Yes, it is possible.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I have questions.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Real quick, you just stated that it was hard to tell the condition of your vehicle when you first looked at it, right? When you left it the first time?
Yes.
All right, but when you came back, it was easy to tell the condition of it?
Well, no, it's just usually dirty overall.
Well, you just said, though, that it was in worse condition when you came back. You said it looked like it was in worse condition when you came back. So you were able to tell the condition of it the second time, but not able to tell the condition of it the first time. What if it was the same exact way it was the first time than it was the second time? You just wasn't able to tell. Is that possible?
Yes, that could be possible.
Okay. No further questions.
I just have one. I just have one question for you, and then you can step down, Mr. Dodd.
What's up?
If you did notice that the bike was in a different condition than the way you left it, it didn't occur to you that you should maybe investigate that in any way, or you just hopped on the bike and kept it pushing?
Yeah, I honestly, Your Honor, I just hopped on the bike and kept.
Understood. You may step down.
It's a really put together bike. I built it.
I'm sorry. Can I ask another question then, Your Honor?
You may ask one final question.
All right, real quick, because he just stated that he just hopped on it and took off, so he didn't actually look at the vehicle like he just claimed?
I think you may step down, Mr. Scott. You don't have to answer that.
Your Honor, I would like both parties to approach the bench, please.
Your Honor, could I just on the location where he was spotted to help you with your
Okay, go ahead.
As I said, I had seen him twice in the same area, and it was the second time where he was alerted into my plate reader. he was coming down Otley Street towards Center Street, just past the Taco Bell, turned left, and I was obviously just not long on duty.
Turn left towards the south of the map or the north?
Towards San Andreas Avenue, then turned right onto the bridge, and that's when I pulled him over. So that was his kind of direction. So Legion Square area, down Otley Street, left towards the San Andreas Avenue bridge, right onto the bridge, and then he was pulled over by myself.
Drove past a lot of gang areas, huh?
Okay. Okay. At this time, I'm going to ask. Yeah, I'm going to ask both parties to approach my desk for a sidebar. Please make sure you're on whisper. All right. What's up?
What's wrong?
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You guys can hear me? All right, go ahead.
Yeah. I didn't hear what she stated.
I would like to know, Chief Johnson, if there was a description of the suspect other than the suspect vehicle.
Yeah, so the way that only information dispatch gave us was the gender of the guy, the person involved, and the color and license plate of the vehicle involved, and what weapon was used in the shooting.
Well, you have the information of what weapon was used?
Yeah, it was a pistol. It just says pistol. There's no serial number or anything like that. It just says pistol with it.
Okay, and what kind of weapon was he apprehended with?
A pistol.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Miss Cole? I mean, Miss Cruz?
Apart from the shooting was days after. So
That's everything?
Anything.
Yeah, that's what my question was.
I understand. I did grant you an extension though. Based on that, I did grant you an extension that you could get everything together. But it was the client decided he wanted to go today. Could you please put your voice on normal? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
The time that I was waiting, I was standing in Legion Square with Chief Johnson, waiting for the incident report. You know what I'm saying? And something occurred in the midst of him sending it to me, and I have reason to believe that the report he sent to me is made up.
If I would like to interject,
There's no time.
I've sent over.
There's nothing here.
I sent over about 10 to 15 reports to Miss Cruz over the past couple of days. There's been a lot of activity going on in the city. So it was.
Reports on Buck 30.
It was.
Savvy's case or this case?
It's been a lot of going on as far as reports wise. I tried my best to go ahead and get as many as I could over to her. Mr. Dot's case probably just got lost, and I do apologize. I forgot to send it over to you. But yeah, I mean, we've been having good communication back and forth over email, and I tried my best to get them over, and I just I slipped up on that one. I do apologize.
When
he just admitted that he slipped up.
These documents are falsified, Your Honor.
No, I didn't say that. I just said
he said he had incident reports that were from the 20th. This report that he sent me for the drive-by shooting that occurred on the 20th, because remember, we got the dates messed up last week when we were discussing it. So this report that you just sent to me, Chief Johnson, has no timestamp at all. This is fabricated documentation.
it's not fabricated. It's just missing a timestamp.
It's not the same report that you were sending me the other day.
Did you get the first report that I sent you?
All right.
In the middle of you sending it to me, you said, "Oh, I effed up.
At this time, I'm going to end the sidebar. Please return to your desk.
That guy's injecting heroin.
When we were editing the files,
Shouting if you're going to speak up.
When we were editing the files, bro, I fucking deleted like 3 fucking reports. And I, like you said, I fucked up. So I had to like scramble to get the reports remade. Oh shit! I wasn't even listening. I'm sorry. I missed what you said, Your Honor.
Okay, at this time, please proceed with your closing statement.
Okay, so this here jury, this is a simple case of wrong place, right time. Lieutenant Wallace here was able to get a very dangerous criminal, in my opinion, off the street. When he was arrested, by the way, I don't believe he had that facial hair taped to his face. So he's obviously, But either which way, the illegal money that he had on him from his suspicious activity down at the fueler job, as he claimed, going through gang areas, surprisingly, maybe buying illegal items with said money, or either which way. But getting this guy off the street, it benefits you guys and your family as well as the community of Los Santos here. If your bike
before the
I'm sorry, I'm finished. Go ahead. It's okay.
Before the defense goes, I would like to ask one final question. Was anybody harmed in the drive-by?
Your Honor, like what I stated, when we arrived at that scene of the drive-by, there was only witnesses. Nobody was requesting EMS. So I'm not exactly sure if he was firing into an empty house or an empty vehicle or whatnot, or a vehicle that just sped off.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The defense, your closing statement, please. No more.
Yeah, I fucked up on that.
Case here where we have a falsified on the stand. He was not. Hold on, let me give him some water. Okay. Guy that's on the stand who was not even a part of this drive-by shooting, because they don't even have evidence that he was a part of it. Only evidence they have is that he had a license plate and a motorcycle.
Which
so
matches.
anybody could have been out there riding around on the bike, shooting in the air, because there's no witnesses saying that anybody came to the ER.
This is the problem with this now, though.
This case should just be dismissed.
If they dismiss this, then
add that, saying that his story is unbelievable and this and that. If someone owes you $20,000 and they finally pay up, are you not going to take your money and run? Are you not going to take what's owed to you regardless of the condition that it's in? I just don't understand why my client has continuously been harassed by the police department. He doesn't. He's not dangerous. He didn't shoot anyone. And the alleged incident in question, no one got hurt. It's honestly just all speculation. There is no evidence against my client that he has done anything to anyone at any time. Thank you.
I have one question.
All right, at this time, jury, you may stand. Please follow me back into the chambers where you can discuss, and we'll allow you back in when you're ready to make your decision. Cuties.
Save me some drugs.
I have no more.
Right, Chief. Me and you are going to sit down and we're going to be doing an interview, investigation, and course.
This one's good.
What?
I'm saying we're going to be. I'm going to be getting you doing a investigation course.
Yeah.
On interviewing and investigation, information gathering.
I mean, we did it like me and the commissioner and Sergeant Soprano was all involved in that deposition. We were trying to get in contact with that guy and his lawyers for like 2 days after the case, after you arrested him. So I mean,
Yeah.
It was a mess.
There's also been quite a lot of information
All this is so
that
messed up.
I had
Everything
after
is
I've been
messed up and
let off
wrong,
the stand.
Yeah.
they throw it on me last second, and it's not even real. Okay.
Here's the thing.
I think the problem
They
we run
threw
into with the city is if they get away with this, is license plates just don't matter.
Please keep the chatter to a minimum while the jury decides. Please keep the chatter to a
Hey,
minimum.
Judge.
Please keep the chatter to a minimum. Thank you. I know it's been a long one. I know we had 3 back-to-back. We'll be out of here in a very short time.
I'm really exhausted
Thank you
from
for your
this
patience,
shit.
everyone.
Hey, Judge. What would happen if I get naked right here?
Probably go to
Close
jail.
you and I'll put you in jail.
You hear me?
No.
I'll be right back. All right. So one final question I have is for the prosecution. What
Evidence.
is the defendant being charged with specifically?
All right.
3 counts of meth.
He is being charged with the attempted murder of a civilian for the drive-by shooting and the possession of an illegal items for the money.
Okay.
I just feel like if you shoot at somebody, you'll almost die. But
It's don't worry.
He was standing right next to me. I was gone. What?
Bro, he just shitted himself back here, bro.
oh man. Phew.
Whoa, who the hell is that bald-headed dude? Can I spit it on your head and shine it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow, you're very, very willing, ain't you? That's scary.
Oh, thank you.
Someone needs to give him a wig. Or a toupee. Mainly a toupee.
All the other incident reports that the police department takes are very detailed. One he sent me literally was chicken scratch.
Hey, go sit over there.
It was terrible. It was fucking terrible.
Next to yourself.
That was all from fucking memory from 7 days ago. That was terrible. I fucked that one up. I did.
Do a T/emote. Sit chair. Don't you try to hit me. I'll stick a needle in you.
Sorry.
I'll stick a needle in you. Alright, I'm sticking the needle inside you. Come here. Alright.
Can one of the officers escort one of them out?
He started it. He hit me first.
Come on, man. Get out.
No, he
Get
hit
out.
me. He hit me.
Get out.
He hit me.
Either sit down and shut up or get out.
Come kiss.
No, come on, go.
Officer Wallace, can you please escort these 2 gentlemen out front, please?
I ain't doing nothing. I got hit by him.
I was trying to say.
All right, everybody, please be seated. The jury is almost ready to come out and give their decision. Everyone, please be seated. Please be seated.
Yeah, I fucked this one up. I can't believe we lost all of our cases today. Lost every single fucking case today. Everyone.
How do I shower?
You just sat on the side. Yeah, I'll scoot over.
Wallace, can you scoot over?
I just did I not?
No.
Jesus, it goes over there.
Hmm?
Yes, it is.
What'd you say? Can you clean it? No. Because, Joel, it's not something you could clean. You're gonna have to have mommy do that.
You got a little dirt on the ground.
I see that. You're gonna have to have mommy help. Ex mommy for help. And get ready for bed, Joel. You hear me? Jesus Christ. I don't even remember this guy's case, to be honest with you. I just...
Maybe I shouldn't be just, in a public place, the street, Civilians start running for their life because they're scared. So why would it get dismissed?
Guys, this is a quiet room.
Because what? And if you shoot,
Can you like put some
Please
tunes to
proceed.
something?
Thank you for being patient. Officer Wallace, if this gentleman back here speaks again, please escort him outside.
Oh, so you're like, open up.
Yeah, 2 people who... I ain't mad about it. It is just...
Jesus.
I mean, it's not even a tight case.
All right. I'm going to list the 2 charges, and from left to right, starting with you, sir, and the suit on the left, then Mr. Randall Bayoubs, and then you, sir, all the way on the right. I'm going to list the charge and then ask you how you find the defendant, and you're going to tell me guilty or not guilty. You're going to stand and say whether you think he's guilty or not guilty. You got it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Make sure you're on shouting, by the way.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's a problem in the city now, though. Like,
attempted murder of a civilian.
you can't prove it because I wasn't on a bike,
defendant?
but it was my bike involved. Has to be guilty.
Your Honor, I find him not guilty.
Of course you do.
Okay. Mr. Randall.
Your Honor, I find the defendant not guilty.
Okay. You, sir, on the right.
I also find him not guilty.
Okay. For the charge of being in possession of illegal, dirty money, how do you find the defendant?
I find him not guilty.
Mr. Bayoubs.
I find him not guilty.
How? I don't even understand
You,
that.
sir, on the right.
I also find him not guilty.
All right. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and overturn that ruling about the dirty money. I find the defendant guilty of being in possession of illegal money. I'm not going to overturn the ruling on the attempted murder. I agree with the jury. At this time, court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Dot, you will be charged with the possession of dirty money. You will do 20 counts of community service and 20 months in prison. And you will pay a fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would that be
Courts.
on top of the fines he already paid?
Did he pay a fine for dirty money?
He paid for his bail.
All his fines. You said the bail money included all of the legal fines.
Yeah, it's
Okay, when
called
he gets his
adding.
bail money back-
It's bail.
He gets his bail money back, and then he has to pay the fine for the dirty money.
Understood.
Okay? Awesome. Court's adjourned. Thank you all for coming. Let's party.
No, we don't get money.
Chief, you can give that bail money back to me.
Yeah, I'm about to right now.
Wait, what was that? So I can't have my bike back?
No, sir, it's evidence in an open case.
How is it evidence in an open case?
Because your bike was involved in a drive-by shooting.
The drive-by shooting case was dismissed, therefore he should get his bike back.
No, the bike himself was involved.
Facts.
He's been dismissed, not the bike.
Okay.
But we be coming back to go for that next.
Till that case is closed, the bike.
How do I get my bike back then? That's my pride and joy, man.
Us fine officers will do our very best to bring to justice whoever's just. As soon as the case is able to be closed and that, I'll be able to get you back your pride
I'll
and
meet
joy.
you outside. I'll be outside.
I won't rest until you get up.
Yeah, I did win it, but I don't have any context now. Is it phone fix or fixed phone?
Toto's bike.
Where's your car at?
Over here. I can't hear you. Please. Did you say something?
Yeah.
Oh, you sound so far away. What'd you say?
I said, what?
Oh, there you go.
man?
What's up, man? You haven't gone to the plastic surgeon yet?
Now.
You haven't gone to the plastic surgeon yet?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me save it. I thought it saved it. It didn't, I guess.
What did you hit enter?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. I'd let Jamal know about that one then. That's weird. Alrighty. You about to go to, what's about to go on? What's going on here in the city? You know?
I just got on. I just been thinking around.
Alright.
Let's call some mayhem, maybe.
Control it though. Control it. You end up in jail all night. Alright. Alright, man.
Should we go somewhere and debrief about this?
Yeah. Ah!
I'm trying to go to prison. Yeah, come over here. Chief, can I go ahead and go to serve my time real quick?
You
I'll
wanna?
come back after my time and I'll do my community service if that's alright.
How much time did he sentence you to?
20 months.
20.
And then 20 accounts and community service.
You got enough money, right? You said?
Yeah, I
got
got
buy what? Drink,
yeah, to
take
buy
care of.
water and stuff, yep.
Alright, I gotta go bring Buck's car to him. I'll write you.
Yep.
I'll write you.
Alright, bud.
Oh man, yeah, I knew I fucked up when I fucking deleted that damn report. I fucking knew it. I was like, I just fucking knew it, bro. And then it was too many days done passed to remember everything. It was shit. But I don't. My only issue. I have no problem losing the case. My problem I have is the attempted murder charge now because the vehicles involved, the plate matches, and we've stated multiple times in the city, if your vehicle is a part of a crime, you are held responsible for that crime.
Yeah, see, that's kind of.
But now that he won that part of it, it says you're no longer responsible if your vehicle's involved with a crime. We literally stated that in the city for a reason.
But what I've said to him is, as it's now an ongoing case, your bike is now evidence and it can only be released to you once the case is closed.
Which we won't be able to close though, because we only know one person who could possibly be involved in that case.
Then he's not getting his bike back.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're going. Yeah, I'm pissed about that thing, but I had no problem losing the case. I knew we were going to lose it because I fucked up on the report issue.
I know you're saying that a warrant lasts a week. This is maybe why a warrant.
Hey, I have a legally parked vehicle at the
Everyone is. She needs to stop asking me fucking questions.
If it's illegally parked, you are a police officer. You should know what if you want to do it, do it.
You gotta
They have
trust
faith in
yourself.
you.
Yeah, you gotta trust yourself. You're a police officer. You're a sergeant, nonetheless. You're whispering still, man. I'm pretty sure you're still whispering.
Is that better? Yeah.
You're
Go ahead.
You're on walkie now.
Yeah. So
There you go.
Complete chain of thought got lost there with her coming in.
Yeah.
Do her job good.
Yeah, she needs to stop that. She really does.
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying about the warrants. You're saying like a warrant lasts a week.
Yeah.
This is why maybe a warrant should be longer than a week. Because because as far as I'm concerned, that bike is now evidence, not evidence is police property until that case is closed. So if the case is going to close a week, he's just going to drive something else for a week.
Yeah.
Which is fine if it's someone who's maybe only got one vehicle. That hits him a bit. We all know, like a Buck and Marsh and things have got probably 20 different vehicles already.
Yeah.
It's going to not make the slightest bit of difference. So we should be able to hold on to them a bit longer for that fact that they're evidence. And then say we turned around and made it, well, a month's too long. We're going to make it, let's double it. We'll go 2 weeks rather than 1 week. That's 2 weeks they're not using a bike.
Yeah.
Once the case is closed, then they can go get it. It just, because I mean that's what Savi said to me as a lawyer. When I says, right, we're going to hold on to your bike. She says, you know, it was proven innocent. He gets his bike back. I went, no, he was proven innocent.
Yeah, the bike was, and that's why I'm so confused on what happened here.
Not proven innocent.
Because it's the city is set up for that one reason right then and there. That's why I don't understand it. Like, I'm so confused.
Which is why, it's why I said to you that I wasn't sure about the attempted murder because it's proven he was on it.
Yeah.
Again, it comes down to as well, all that information I had was asked after the. So She, first question, she was right, tell me what happened. I seen him, I followed him, recognised the vehicle, pulled him over, called for backup. Then what? Then I could go into the fact that he spoke about, well, nobody, when I told him what was going on, nobody's going to have my car, nobody's going to have my bike. Only I've got access to my bike. Nobody's going to be driving my bike. How is he going to get it out of my garage right away? Because that's the words he said.
Yeah.
How does he then? He has to go back in that, kind of. So again, it's getting that process.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. We had for starters, the jury was trash, and the ruling, in my opinion, is trash too. Just for the fact he lied about the possession of the bike. Where was that? Who touched the bike? Did anyone touch the bike at all? Those were all lies. Everything was a lie. His story did not stay the same regarding his bike. So why wasn't he involved in that shooting then?
But at the same time,
and then they even freaking said not guilty on possession of the illegal money. Like, he was literally in possession and literally admitted to being in possession of that money.
Yes.
But somehow he was found not. Come on, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I feel like this is a bad precedent. It sets a very bad precedent on the vehicle license plate issue. Because if your vehicle's involved in a crime, it doesn't matter. If they didn't see you, it doesn't matter.
I think what needs to be looked at is how you pick a jury. You just can't pick 3 people who basically hung about together.
Yeah, and I know that, and that's why I knew we were gonna lose because I just had to accept what it was.
And Jamal was in a very difficult spot.
Yeah, and he knows. He knew that. I knew that. I mean, there was nothing else we can do. I mean, but literally, 2 of the 3 are like, they literally hang around all the time.
Right
but
together.
yeah, it's I mean, there was no way. But even the sheriff even did not guilty, which is surprising. Like, I don't understand how you, like, someone's gonna have to explain to me not guilty on possession of the illegal money.
But here's the thing: what was not explained to them was, because again, and this comes back to the questioning at the start. If I'm up in the stand giving my side of the story, which would have been, that Fox, Mr. Dot, was happy for me to search him. Told me that he had a pistol on him, that it was a licensed weapon. On searching him, I found a knife, I found a pistol, and I then found 22,000 in dirty money.
Yeah.
So therefore, then I began to question him about where did the dirty money come from. So that was never explained because I was kind of up. This is what I did. I seen him, pulled him, called you. I was there.
Yeah, you remember we talked to him. You're the one who actually set up a meeting with his lawyers to talk about that dirty money. You remember that? We set that up, and it took a couple of days before it even happened.
Yeah, well, I think I was probably struck down by COVID or whatever.
Yeah, so like it was just. I mean, like I said, it sets a bad. I'm a little upset about the license plate issue because it sets a bad precedent. If you don't report your bike stolen, you're responsible for all crimes that vehicle's involved in. That's just the way we came to agreement on that.
But then I think that's obviously a city council thing that needs to be discussed with because here it's about who's driving when that shooting,
Because, I mean, we'll never be able to prove that. Never be able to prove who was actually driving that bike. Never.
No, unless we get back the use of the torches so we can actually add the bullets and it doesn't matter which gun it came from.
I want to test something out. OC. I want to take your vehicle JC, and I want to drive it and shoot out it and see if
It'll tell us the make, color, registration plate.
Yeah, the type of weapon, the color of the vehicle, and the license plate.
Okay, but will it do it though? Will it do it?
No, because you're a police. Yes, it will do it. That's how we got fucking Fox's shit. Like it will do it.
Also tell us.
No, I'm trying to see. No,
You're a police officer. It won't do it if you're a police
I'm
officer.
talking about my criminal character. Say I do that. Will it even show up in dispatch? 'Cause
Yes,
it's not
it
my
will.
personal vehicle.
Yes.
Have we tested this out?
Yes, it does. Yes, because we've had somebody do it in a locals vehicle. Buck's done it in a locals vehicle. We get the license plate of the locals car. We get the weapon that he uses in the male or female thing.
Tells you where it happened and what direction.
Like we've done all this. It's not all new. It's not.
So yeah, I think it's a discussion higher up about where's the balance for us, because everybody's just gonna, Fox always, I'm not taking my mask off. You either need to come down harder on that.
Yeah.
So he's going to get ID'd more, which would not have helped in this case, in any circumstance. Or it needs to be something like we need bullet recognition in. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what gun you use, because we need something to go and investigate. And there's got to be something from us. But
And then
I do kind of agree. It kind of makes sense with we cannot prove he was the shooter.
No, we can't. But that's why there's no way we will ever be able to, ever.
Yeah.
Like we cannot do that. That's why we established that rule in the city. If your vehicle is involved in a crime, you are held responsible for it. That's why you're supposed to report it stolen or missing.
So what we probably need to is have a crime that matches that particular.
It's just a bad precedent, bro. Like I can't like.
Your responsibility.
That's I'm having such a.
Going to be as strict as the drive-by, but it's got to be somewhere where the responsibility goes.
Like accessory.
Yes, exactly, like an accessory or something like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Because I think that's probably where it fell flat for us, is that we only had
The attempted, yeah.
charge. It was the attempted murder of the civilian, where we don't even know that either. It could have been shots fired in the air.
Yeah, accessory would have been. You're right.
So I think it's part of why we're here. It's a growing system.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I like that though. I think that's the best fix for it, actually. But getting away with nothing is that's what agitates me. But I think accessory is the best route.
But again, I think it's also getting in with the council at the top and working out how much charge do they want to put in, because it could be a never-ending list.
Yeah.
And people are doing all different types of crimes now, so.
So him being in possession of illegal money, are we making him a convicted felon? Because he's serving 20 months, which is over a year. So technically, anything over a year, you could be looking at convicted felon. Could be. Don't have to always be that case, but you could.
Yeah.
And it was a large amount of money.
Yes.
So, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so I think that's maybe where we kind of need to start off, is polishing up the charges so they match more.
Yeah.
Because I think our hands were tied with what we could charge them with straight off, which makes it a bit easier for them.
Yeah. I think we got somebody upstairs.
So when you're actually talking about the different laws and things like that, do you normally go over it with Jamal, or is it just kind of left to yourself?
So we all go over. Okay. Yeah, we go over it and we come to an agreement because the good thing about our admin team we have here.
Are you beside her? Bring her in.
And I'm trying to get off, but I can't. 'Cause my vehicle won't even.
Okay, I'll get her.
The good thing about our admin team is we got people who are passionately involved in different aspects of the city. So we have people who are, for example, me. I'm passionate about the police, building the police department. We got people passionate for the criminal side, bringing more to the gang life, which is important. We got people on the civilian side who are increasing player-owned businesses, taxi services, driving schools. Like, that shit's amazing. You don't see that in most cities of driving instructing schools where actual player-owned, running them and whatnot. So that's the important thing about the city, and I love so much.
I've never actually been up to visit anyone.
Okay, Chief, do you know how it works when you I want to go visit the my client up in the prison.
Okay, there's a visitation center. The sheriff should be up there. It doesn't look like he is. But we can head up there and get you over there.
But we can wait a second. I think he's got to do a restart.
You might want to put your car back in the.
If he does a restart, it'll be in the garage still.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But we should go there so we don't get stuck here.
Why are we doing a restart? I don't like doing restarts. Jamal just flew out and flew back in. Why is he doing a restart?
Probably need to sit down and just look at charges, what we need to change and what we need to upgrade.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And you're right, you do get a bit hot-headed.
What'd you say?
You were right, you do get a bit hot-headed.
I was trying to relax. That's why I just said, fuck it. Like, the jury selection, I knew we were going to lose that moment. You know, there was nothing I could do about it. It is what it is, you know.
But even with Buck's case...
Well, Buck's case was bullshit too, though.
When I went to Jamal, I says, just querying, I said, what is the point of solicitors when it's the bloody people doing the talking? How does this work? And he was just like, yeah, I'm kind of going to give them a bit of leeway. I didn't see the guy?
Yeah.
He hardly said anything at all during
Yeah.
Buck's case. But
And he did the same thing. Bill Wise did the same exact thing in Savvy's case. He didn't say anything, and she was talking the entire time. She's the goddamn suspect, or the one sued. She's not the lawyer, so it was just weird.
Savvy's good as a lawyer.
Yeah, she is. I'm not mad at I think everything played out well. I'm not mad at that. I just don't like the explanations or the sentences.
I believe if Savvy didn't get free rein to talk how she wanted to talk, we might have. I don't think we'd have got away.
We shouldn't have lost Savvy's case at all because she interjected herself into that scene. So no matter what.
But the argument is always going to be that you brought her there.
I'm
from the other
yeah,
side of the city.
but it wasn't that far actually. To be honest, we were literally a block away. I told her turn around. We just passed the jewelry store. I told her turn around and take me right there. So
Whereas you know, the safest thing, get out the car.
I should have just I should have just threw her out of the car. I get that. But either which way, she would have followed us. So
because you need to drive at 100 miles an hour to get to me.
yeah, I mean, it was like
which she's not allowed to do. But that's yeah, that's an easy lesson. That was. I think that was probably the right decision. It was to begin with.
I mean, I would have did it again.
She wasn't getting up.
I mean, I told her to stay in the vehicle. She decided to get out of the vehicle. She should not have gotten anything for that. That's her decision. She got paid for making a dumb decision. So if somebody gets shot on a scene of where police are on, and they get shot and injured or whatever.
I do believe actually when I put her in cuffs and put her in a car, I had actually put her in custody at that point. I did tell her she was being detained.
Yeah. Yeah. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But she should have been arrested for obstruction of justice. Period. In Buck's case, like I said, we made that mistake. I'm not too mad about it, but it's bullshit how they got access to, use PD files. We should have. He's like, oh, well, you guys say you should have sent me there for 15 months to prison or community service. Like, there's no way you know that. That's all officer discretion.
But again, I mean, if you think that he's used his, I don't know, does he, as an admin, can he just go into those pages regardless?
Yeah, he gets access to every channel.
So, I mean, if it's a case of you think that he's used that admin to go and look up what he should have got, then that needs to be a word between him and Jamal.
Me and Jamal are having issues connecting. We're starting to see if it fixes. Alright. Oh, I'm fucking tired now, man. It's only 9:30. Man, I'm not a good loser. I'm trying to be though. Oh, why would Lucy respond? I fucked up Fox's case. That was on me. That was on me. Ooh, you have to know.
Wanna go hit the stages all love. Ignoring all those negatives, got bigger goals. my bro, you already know. Changing up my flow, like hands up in the air, yeah. Bless, I do a prayer, yeah. Said my life is rare and success will come in pairs, oh yeah. Heard she brought a bottle, take that bottle to the face. Treat me like a superstar so I can get a taste, oh yeah, yeah. Haters keep on acting like a bitch, they ain't shit. Probably love me when I'm rich, so I'm coming for the Forbes list. Dressing up my bank account till it be looking gorgeous. Roll up with $1 million so no one can ignore it. Watch my dreams all slowly come alive, never lie, swear we all about to rise. So I'm coming for the Forbes list. Dressing up my bank account till it be looking gorgeous. Roll up with $1 million so no one can ignore it. Watch my dreams all slowly come alive, never lie, swear we all about to ride, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't really wanna act conceited, but you boys becoming a man, yeah. Catch me just writing these sets every week and you know it's a part of the plan. What y'all want? Ain't no juice to flaunt, but I'll never stop till I top all these fucking charts. Give it all I got, yeah, never gonna lose this hype. Don't have goals and you ain't my type. Took this chance and I rolled that dice. Rappers say they want it, but they only gonna get it if they ain't gonna fight. Like no, no, that ain't how it works anymore. If you ain't born rich, you don't gotta die poor, no. Heard she brought a bottle, take that bottle to the face. Treat me like a superstar so I can get a taste, oh yeah, yeah. Haters keep on acting like a bitch, they ain't shit. Probably love me when I'm rich, so I'm coming for the Forbes list. Dressing up my bank account till it be looking gorgeous. Roll up with $1 million so no one can ignore it. Watch my dreams all slowly come alive, never lie, swear we all about to ride. So I'm coming for the Forbes list. Dressing up my bank account till it be looking gorgeous. Roll up with $1 million so no one can ignore it. Watch my dreams all slowly come alive, never lie, swear we all about to ride, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cam J with the heat.
Add some ice on my wrist. Maybe then I'll feel priceless. Cause baby, I've been feeling lifeless. Yeah. No soul like a soul. Should've never ever let you hold it. Said you would take good care, but when I needed you, you were never there. Yeah. Basic said I really shouldn't, but this feeling got me stuck. Like really, I don't get too far.
I should, but I don't, and I don't know why. Understood when you go and you don't reply. I feel like I've died. You robbed my mind, but I promise we gon' be okay. I got 2 more drinks by the end of the day.
I feel like no matter what I do, it won't matter. Add your ice to my wrist. Maybe then I'll feel priceless. Cause baby, I've been feeling lifeless. Yeah. No soul like a soul. Should've never ever let you hold it. Said you would take good care, but when I needed you, you were never there. Yeah. Basic said I really shouldn't, but this feeling got me stuck. Like really, I don't get too far. Like really, I don't get too far. Really can't be feeling on the box, and I don't wanna cry, but there's nowhere left to run. And I'm just caught up in all of my feelings, all of my emotions. She don't give a damn, so baby. Add some ice on my wrist. Maybe then I'll feel priceless. Cause baby, I've been feeling lifeless. Yeah. No soul like a soul. Should've never ever let you hold it. Said you would take good care, but when I needed you, you were never there. Yeah. Basic said I really shouldn't, but this feeling got me stuck. Like really, I don't get too far. yeah. Crazy in love, call me, don't call me stupid. She came from above and she hit me like Cupid. Cure my anxiety, she getting high with me, not switching sides on me, yeah. Crazy in love, call me, don't call me stupid. She came from above and she hit me like Cupid. Cure my anxiety, she getting high with me, not switching sides on me, yeah. Ain't been sleeping, I've been creeping, yeah, you see me when you see me. That bitch say I look familiar. See me on her TV and I got a richer meal on. Lining in my VVs, no one told me love would kill, yeah. Having trouble breathing, yeah. We had our ups and downs, I still love you now. I'ma bust you down, wait, yeah. I never cut you out, used to love a clown. He can't touch you now, wait. Crazy in love, call me, don't call me stupid. She came from above and she hit me like Cupid. Cure my anxiety, she getting high with me, not switching sides on me, yeah. Crazy in love, call me, don't call me stupid. She came from above and she hit me like Cupid. Cure my anxiety, she getting high with me, not switching sides on me, yeah. I'm with you when the sun come up, you not alone. I'm the king and you the queen, my love, you need a throne, yeah. They think that you bad for me, I think you too bad for me. They think that you bad for me, I think that, yeah. When the sun come up, you not alone. I'm the king and you the queen, my love, you need a throne, yeah. They think that you bad for me, I think you too bad for me. They think that you bad for me, I think that. Crazy in love, call me, don't call me stupid. She came from above and she hit me like Cupid. Cure my anxiety, she getting high with me, not switching sides on me, yeah. Crazy in love, call me, don't call me stupid. She came from above and she hit me like Cupid. Cure my anxiety, she getting high with me, not switching sides on me, yeah.
Oh shit. Damn it! Oh, fucked up. Ah, fucked up. Whatever. Why is it attached to him? What's wrong? Um. So that's the only one that's wrong is Marvel's. It's attached to the wrong fucking profile. Oh my gosh. And this dude's name is spelled wrong. How did I attach it to the... It says his name. There's only one dot. Why is he on bail? How the fuck is he on bail for this? Did he not go to jail? We have another case. We're not gonna get into it. Don't respond to it. Don't respond. Just let it go. Don't respond to it. Don't fucking respond to it. Don't respond.
That's what I'm talking about.
All these people already fly back in? Oh.
people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro, don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions, they blocking your vision. But no, you can't listen, that shit is all fiction. Cause you hold the power as long as you're driven.
There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
Stop what you're making. Everybody here knows that you just nah, I don't wanna hear it anymore. I don't wanna hear it anymore. All these fucking thoughts, they are not what I need anymore. I'm about to shut the motherfucking door on all you poor ass haters with your heads in the clouds, talking out loud so proud. You better shut your goddamn mouth before I do more. Speak out. It's about to head south.
You're never gonna make it. There's no way that you make it. And maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back? Yeah. What? Ay, feeling like I'm top 5. Top. Ay, yeah. Look, I know I'm top 5. This gon' make the block ride. Caught him on the back street. Gotta tell him bye-bye. They don't want no beef. No, this isn't Five Guys. Yeah, I'm coming for the chicken. I ain't talking Popeyes. White girls, black girls. We don't do apartheid. I was working part-time. Tell them part in my grind. Just a light-skinned boy coming from the dark side. Always talking that real. Go and check the archives. Ay.